going to do this real quick. Don't let me sit in your lap. Okay, y'all ready for this? First thing I'm going to do is project a square, which is slightly tilted down. I'm making parallel lines. I'm making the back of the skull or the square right back here to the back. I'm going to go ahead and projecting my diagonals. That's the ones that go crossways. And then I'm going to make sure my center line, remember, it's right here. And I'm going to touch the top of the head, and I'm going to make me a big little line right there, because that's my registration every time. Y'all follow me? So if I put this center line down through there, it ought to come pretty close to this there. This all ought to line up, and it's close enough to its 4. And it should be reasonably parallel to the front plane. Now I get over. And by the way, I come up with a profile, or Stephanie's going to eventually, that looks like the profile on this piece of paper, meaning nose, teeth, chin's got to come forward. And then we will locate center line. We will locate temple bone, eye socket. Back of skull. You're not over there where you can see, Stephanie. That's kind of a shame, since this is yours. Cheek. Everybody, I need everybody to see what I'm doing. I'm doing the same drawing that we did on those really big skulls. That's simple. Pretty easy. Once I've got this done, and by the way, I'm not going to do this because Miss Stephanie gets to do all this. No. There's a lot of this that you can use your hands, your thumbs, your heels of your hands. And when you know, well, example, that's the ear hole. Right there. Do better. Hello.
Facebook.
Everybody see what we're doing?
Tore away.
We're just, it's not there. It has nothing to do with the scope. Everybody, and I usually just push it in. Now, your next step is the same step that we use on these little ones, meaning halfway, when I go to the center measurement of this little person, by the way, the attitude is leaning just slightly. You can lean it more or less or whatever. And then if you want to put something under the bottom to take it up to, we'll do that in a minute too. So we go to halfway. And you start, not starting to do this. Okay, close enough. Start with this measurement on the jaw. See what I'm talking about? And I just push that all the way through to establish the width of the jawbone. Then I'm going to most of this stuff, all you got to do is go over here. If you did your drawing correctly, put your caliper on there. That's how big it's going to be. Don't mess this up. Shannon. That's also how wide these temple bones are going to be. The middle of the bone. In other words, it's right here on this piece of paper. If your drawing is correct, Taylor. Drawing correct. Is this making sense to you guys? This is it's pretty simple. We're going to get close with this. We're going to get, by the way, this is a long ways from being home, because once you start these measurements and you know this is the widest point, you've also got to make me an egg shape, and you've got to make me a profile of the negative space that looks similar to your drawing. Is this making sense though? To project this up here to the big size. Little ones are difficult. If you do not measure, you can really get lost. Okay? Make sense? Oh yeah. Questions? First things first, I guess, if you go back to number one, you don't have to go pee this time. Start beating the clay on the armature, get it pretty stiff. This is plenty stiff, and that's because it's set here for you. Don't let it get any stiffer, because it's hard to manipulate. And you're going to have to actually pack this stuff that I put on the forehead. You're going to, take this off, get closer, get it the shape that you can actually deal with by packing it. Then put this back on there. Establish your attitude. Okay, makes sense, guys? Mm-hmm. Questions? We got about 5 weeks to do this. I need this done at least 3 or 4 weeks before the semester's over. You want it done then? Why? Because it takes some drying time. It takes hollowing out time. It has to get to a leather stage, and then you can put your eyelashes on and stuff. You know what I'm talking about. And if you want it fired, obviously it's got to be dry and go through the firing process before the semester's over. And if everyone finishes on time, we will get a naked person in here, and we will model them in clay. Mm. And it's actually fun. Jackie's shaking her head. Her head, yes. If you haven't ever done a 1-minute gesture in clay of a figure, you missed out, because it's really lots of fun, guys. The only way we're going to do that is everybody gets through at least 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time, and we'll use that last couple of weeks to actually have some fun. Yes, wet clay, model, lock the doors.
There's some windows in here.
questions. I need you guys to get these things finished. You gotta have a hand mirror soon. Only way I can make this profile, or you can make this profile look like Stephanie, is for Stephanie to stand right here, hold the hand mirror here, see her profile and this profile at the same time. Oh. Y'all follow what I'm talking about? And in this case, you'll have to screw it back some because it's heavy. But now I can see me. Of course, it's supposed to look like Stephanie, so maybe you should work on this. Y'all follow what I'm... Hand mirror. It works. It does. Don't look at your neighbors with your hand mirror. You look at yourself. No looking around. Bye. That's it.